Welcome to the Embodied Empath Podcast, the space where sensitive, intuitive women learn to regulate their nervous system, heal anxiety, and live with grounded confidence. I'm your host, Valerie Lundgren. Let's begin. All right, loves. So before we begin, I just want you to check in with your body real quick. Not paying attention to the mind and the to-do list of all the things. Just pay attention to your body right here, right now. Just notice. There's no judgment. We're not going to change anything. I just want you to notice your body. Great. Now, if you're tired of managing anxiety, like it's something that you have to perform your way out of, if you're exhausted from fixing your mindset only to feel the same symptoms every morning, you're in the right place. Welcome to the Embodied Empath Podcast. I'm your host, Valerie Lundgren, and today we're dismantling the illusion that anxiety is just a mindset issue, when truly it is a nervous system state asking for safety. So for many years, we were told, think positive, calm down, stop being so sensitive, don't overreact. Okay, raise your hand. Have you heard those things before? Yeah, me too. But here's the problem. None of those directions go to the place anxiety originates. No, because anxiety doesn't start in your thoughts. It starts in your body, in your automatic nervous system. The part that runs survival, not self-improvement. Protection, not performance. By the time you have the anxious thoughts, your nervous system has already sounded the alarm. So you're trying to do this mindset way of biology, and biology is going to win every time. So thinking positive doesn't really help when you're feeling anxious. It's not because you're failing, it's because your body is just doing its job. So that's why it's so important for us to understand the body and to come back home to the body. So here's what's happening underneath the surface. Your body is governed by two main states. We've got the sympathetic activation. This is fight or flight. So you'll have a fast heart rate, shallow breathing, overthinking, irritability, urgency, overwhelm, right? That's that fight-flight response. We have our parasympathetic regulation, which is our rest and digest. This is where we have presence, we're settling, we're breathing, we're accessing to logic and safety, right? But the third state many women and empaths live in is actually the dorsal freeze. This is the shutdown state. You might feel numb, exhausted, disconnected, foggy, disassociated. It looks like I'm fine on the outside, but inside there's collapse. This system isn't logical. It's primal. It's protective. And we do, and you can titrate, meaning you can switch between all three of these within one day. That's the beauty of being a human, right? It's weird to keep. So the thing is that this nervous system, it's wired to keep us alive. It's not here to make us happy. So when your body perceives a threat, real or imagined, your biology responds automatically. This is why you can't just calm down. Your body needs to believe it's safe before your mind can actually relax. So here's the thing. If you're an empath, a highly sensitive person, or someone who picks up on emotional currents in the room, your nervous system is processing external data in addition to internal data. So that means you're not just navigating your own emotions, you're metabolizing the emotional atmosphere around you. When others feel feelings, your body translates as potential threat cues. So like somebody's tone, if their tone shifts or they have facial expressions, You might notice tension or disappointment, conflict, unspoken needs. Empaths are so tuned to this. And the reason is because empaths often have this heightened amygdala sensitivity. That means we have a connection to faster fear and danger signaling. So we kind of go into a quicker knowing or connection to there's danger happening. We also have an increased mirror neuron activity. This is a stronger emotional attunement. So when we have a mirror neuron activity, that means we're connecting to an understanding, an emotional attunement to somebody much quicker than the average person as an empath. We also have a porous neuroception, and this is difficulty filtering what belongs to them. So we will feel something and then we take it on and we don't understand that it's not our own emotion and we carry that with us. So when someone says you're too sensitive, the truth is your nervous system is more informed. It's not malfunctioning. So your sensitivity isn't a weakness. It's a highly attuned survival tool that has been given boundaries, was not given boundaries or training. So you're not too much, and you never were taught how to carry less. That is the problem. As empaths, we were never told this, especially as children, on how to navigate feeling the emotions of others. So we've carried this for years and years and decades, right? So why do women experience things differently than men? Well, hormones is a big one. When we have our hormonal fluctuations, it affects the nervous system, especially through perimenopause, our cycle shifts, postpartum. We also have chronic emotional labor, meaning we are constantly taking on and carrying the emotions of others. Even if you aren't an empath, women do carry the emotional labor. And then we also have the people pleasing as a survival strategy. Yeah, that's very common in the empaths as well. We're being raised also as women and young girls. When we're being raised to be agreeable, accommodating, and we have to be intuitive to others' needs, right? And then we also have the ancestral patterns of silence, suppression, and self-abandonment. So that's a lot for women to carry. When estrogen and progesterone fluctuate, it can cause also a shift in the nervous system. So your estrogen will drop and it reduces the serotonin, which then affects your mood, which then makes the anxiety spike. Your progesterone drops and it removes that calming effect, and then you'll have the irritability and sensory overwhelm. Then we also have cortisol sensitivity, which increases and it makes it a faster trigger into the threat response. So when our cortisol is high, then we're more on guard for that threat response that's going to be happening, even though it's not a threat really, but the body is really geared for it. So this is why perimenopause can feel like sudden panic out of nowhere, rage without an understanding where it came from, overstimulation from lights, noise, and a mess. Hello, that's me. Loss of tolerance of dysfunction. I'm feeling that a lot right now too. And identity unraveling. I see that a lot with my clients right now, and even a little bit with myself, like really finding out, who am I, right? Your biology is not betraying you in this moment. It's just revealing that you've been on surviving. You're trying to survive. So just know that your body isn't breaking down. It's just breaking through. Trust the process. But I'm going to teach you ways to work with it so it doesn't overwhelm you as much. So now I'm going to invite you to do a little pause. Each episode, I'll be taking you through a somatic reset. So just know you get a little bit of something every time you join me. So we're going to take a pause and just come back home to ourselves. Now, when we do this exercise, I ask that you are doing it not driving. We want to make sure that we're sitting still, we're in a quiet space, and we're able to have our feet on the floor or lying down, okay? So don't be driving when we're doing this. So let's go ahead and just take a moment. We're going to regulate together. This is not perfectly, just honestly. So go ahead and place your hand on your chest, one on your ribs and your lower ribs, and feel that contact. Feel the weight. And then go ahead and take an inhale for the count of 4. Hold and exhale for 6. Good. Let your shoulders drop down. Inhale again and hold and exhale, dropping the shoulders a little bit more now. And we're going to orient ourselves into the room. So just turning your head slowly to the left, looking slowly with your eyes, and slowly to the right, looking over to the right. Yeah. Let your eyes land on something neutral now. Might be a coffee cup or an animal or looking outside a window. This is how we scan for safety. So show it's something that is safe. Show your body safety in this moment. Beautiful. Great job. Now just know that you are not dramatic. You're not overacting. You're not behind. You're not weak. You're not broken. And your nervous system that adapted to survive is now wanting to learn how to live. So just know that this is your time to start listening and become more embodied so that you can teach the nervous system how to come out of survival and how to come into embodied living. So if you feel like today was amazing, you got some great clarity, relief, like maybe coming home to the language that you never had before, you're in the right place. You can download a free nervous system reset booklet at my website, mindfulwellness.me. You can also subscribe to this podcast and you'll continue to get support. Also, sharing this episode with another empath or woman in your life who carries too much is really amazing. They all need help. You don't have to heal alone anymore. Not here. So be gentle with the parts of you still learning what safety feels like. Until next time. This episode supported you. Share it with another empath who needs it. And if you're ready for deeper work, somatic coaching, nervous system healing, or my Embodied Reset program, just visit mindfulwellness.me. Your healing is not a solo journey. See you next week.